Okay, take two. Had cat fight and all kinds of stuff going on. Um, had a lot of tomatoes that I needed to do something with, so I decided to make a pasta sauce, basic pasta sauce. So I'll show you what I did here. This is a 6-quart pan. Shoe flies. Don't want that going on. 6-quart pan. And I cut up all my tomatoes. Nice little pieces here. I used 1 whole onion and probably the equivalent of two to 3 large green bell peppers. And then I also put in, I don't really measure anything. It depends on your taste. So if I had to put it into measurement, probably a tablespoon of chopped up or minced garlic. And I also put in about a tablespoon sea salt. And then I just kind of did my cilantro, and I've got oregano in here along with some basil and a little bit of parsley. And I got all that from my plants up here. If you don't have fresh growing somewhere, dry will do. And you put in there, and I put in like a handful of brown sugar. My hands aren't that big, so I'm gonna have to get my lid on here. Flies, it must be getting ready to rain. Make sure I don't have nobody trapped. So I would say it was probably about a 1/4 cup brown sugar. And so that's all ready to go. You can also do this in a crock pot. Either way, it's going to take several hours. But the secret ingredient here is going to be your wine. I usually use a Burgundy, but last year I used this Barefoot Sangria. And yeah, Capam. I really like the flavor of it. Of course, I like a sweet pasta sauce. I also put in here probably half a tablespoon of crushed red pepper, because I like my sauce to have a little bit of zip. If you have anything like a Dave's Insanity sauce or a Tabasco sauce, put a little, if you like heat, that's the way to go. So I'm going to pour my wine over this, and I'm pretty healthy with this. And you're thinking, well, you know, I don't do the alcohol thing. This burns, the alcohol cooks off, so you don't have to worry about an alcohol content. So all you're left is with the real nice flavor of the wine itself. So I'm going to let this go for several hours. I'm going to get it to a simmer, and then I am going to keep my lid kind of tilted like that once it starts cooking down. And about halfway through the process, I'm going to take a potato masher and start mashing all this and working all this in as it's cooking. And but keeping the lid off just a little bit helps that release that steam and will help condense that down a little bit. Same with your crock pot. You can do this in the crock pot. It may take a little bit longer, but once it starts bubbling, put that lid kind of off to the side, and it'll help condense it down a lot quicker. So I will come back here several hours later and show you what it looks like when it's done. So see you then. Bye. Okay, and here we are the next morning, 6 hours later. This is what we have with our pasta sauce. That took me 6 hours on the stovetop. And like I said, if you don't like it chunky like that, you can puree some of the tomatoes and vegetables down before you cook this. Don't do it while it's really hot, or you will burn yourself. It'll explode right out of a food processor or a mixer. You don't want to do that. So you can can these. I I don't do so much canning anymore. I find it easier just to freeze what I need. If you're going to use this right away, use what you need and freeze the rest and save it for later. It'll keep in the freezer quite some time. So, and with the vegetables and spices, you know, you can do whatever your taste is. You don't have to use, it's not an exact, so, but this is just a basic that I do. And that's about it. Pretty simple. Talk to you later. Bye.